Hey guys, this is Comic and today I'm doing the top 10 most anticipated comics for December. So let's jump into the books. Number 10 for me is Nightclub issue 1. This is a new Image comic by Mark Millar, and this is only $1.99. So, what's stopping you to try this out? It's vampires, which I definitely enjoy, and yeah, I'm excited to see a new Millar book, and again, no stakes, because it's honestly close to, no stakes, pun intended. It's close to a free book at this point, so excited for a cheap book to buy, but also another Millar book to buy. Up next is number 9, which is Dark Web Miss Marvel issue 1. And I've been very intrigued by Miss Marvel being in the Spider-Man books and what her role is going to be. Also, I just love Miss Marvel content, so anywhere I could get that, I'm going to say yes to. I know she's only really appeared a little bit in the Spider-Man series, so hopefully this also explains why they want her here in the first place. So moving on to number 8, which is the new Champion of Shazam, issue 4. And I love this series. It's one of my favorite series of the year. And this is the last issue. I want to see where it ends. If there's any continuation for Mary to play a bigger part in DC, now that we do have another Shazam book coming up from Mark Waid. And then also I believe we have a one-shot coming out as well. So we'll see what Mary's role will be in that. But the artwork is so good. The character writing is so good for this book. Moving on to number 7, which is Mighty Morphin Power Rangers meets the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, issue 1. Very long title. But I love the first volume, and let me tell you, I don't even like TMNT. I never have, but somehow this has convinced me to really like the franchise. And you never really thought that a turtle team and Power Rangers would somehow fit, but they did in that first volume. And I'm curious to see why are they being brought together again, what they're going to tackle next, and what type of character dynamics we're going to see. And also Ryan Parrott is back on Power Rangers. So interested to see his kind of final chapter on the team with this crossover. Moving on to number 6, which is Invincible Iron Man issue 1. I like Iron Man. I think he's a fun character. I like Jerry Dugan's writing. I think he's a really solid writer with stories like Dead Eyes, which I really enjoyed, and of course Marauders. So I want to see what his take is going to be on with Iron Man. We've definitely seen a lot of ebbs and flows with the character. Last volume focusing on his relationship with Patsy. We haven't seen Pepper in a while. We haven't really seen a lot of his supporting cast in a while. So curious to see exactly what direction this book's going to go in. Moving on to number 5, which is XMen Annual issue 1. I am actually currently not reading the X-Men, but I do like Firestar a lot. And I think she's a very interesting character within the X-Men team because she doesn't want to be part of any of this. And that's the rare character in Krakoa who hasn't drank the Kool-Aid. So I'm curious to see what direction they're taking her character, and I like that there's a whole issue focusing on that. I think she deserves it. I feel like she's a very underrated X-Men. So overall, giving that number 5. So let's move on to number 4. And that is Miles Morales Spider-Man issue 1. I am so excited for this book because I haven't read Miles in a while. We've had the same voice on the character for a long time, and I'm just curious to see what the next chapter is going to be with a new voice and what direction we're going to take Miles now that Across the Spider-Verse is coming out, and will it be connected to the Amazing Spider-Man series? Again, exactly what direction is this going to end up going in? So very excited about Miles. Moving on to another Spider-Man book, which is Dark Web issue 1. I'm not usually an event person. I don't love events, but I do like character events. I like when it's been building within the series. And Dark Web feels that way. It does feel like we've been building to this moment with Ben Reilly and these newer characters that have been introduced, like Hallows Eve, and we have Red Goblin and Gold Goblin and all these characters. What's going to happen and why is this important to the Spider-Man mythos? Will this really change the Spider-Man mythos? So overall, giving that number 3. So going on to number 2. Number 2 for me is Radiant Pink issue 1. I loved that one shot, or I guess that one issue in Radiant Black. I don't know if you consider it a one-shot. It's still an ongoing, but I'm really happy to see that they are spinning this off. I like that the main character is queer. I think that's cool. I really love the point of view of the more modern age where she's this pretty much Twitch streamer and also superhero. And I think it was introduced so well in that one issue. I'm excited to see how that's going to expand in a miniseries and what that means for a character within the ongoing or within her own story as well. So that's number 2. Moving on to number 1, which is Mary Jane and Black Cat, issue 1. So yeah, there's a lot of Spider-Man titles out in December. But I loved Mary Jane and Black Cat, issue 1, Beyond, from last year, or this year as I record this. But from a couple of months ago, I love their dynamic. And now a lot has happened with these characters. Black Cat is with Peter Parker, Mary Jane's with somebody else. What is this going to mean for their friendship? And why are they coming together to fight together? And are we going to get as amazing action and fun chemistry as we did in that one shot? Which, yes, I think we will. So overall, very, very, very excited for that. So that is my most anticipated comics for the month. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and let me know in the comments below what are the books you're most excited for with December. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. This is Comic Uno, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.